like the director. I thought of getting you a director's chair. Hello everyone. Here I am in Atrium 1. I love Atrium 1 and I love you guys. And I am just so happy to be here because I have a special book I want to read to you. Okay? The book is The Little Flower. It's a beautiful book. So I'd like you to get comfortable, get all cuddled up, and I'll start. This is a parable of Saint Therese of Lisieux, the little flower. Once upon a time, there lived a little girl named Therese Martin, who lived in Lisieux, France. Therese loved Jesus very much. She loved him not just a little bit, but with all her heart. Loving God made Therese happy. However, Therese was very young. She knew that because she was little, she could not do big things for Jesus. She could not travel to far-off lands to tell people about Jesus. She could not serve the poor like the great saints. And she could not be like her older sisters who went away to a Carmelite convent, spending their days in prayer. Therese wanted to do great things for Jesus too. But how could someone little do great things? Jesus often spoke to Therese's heart. And one day, he answered her question by telling her the story of the little flower. Once there was a garden full of many flowers. Some of these flowers stood up tall above the other roses and orchids and lilies and petunias and peonies and snapdragons and gardenias. Everyone who passed by the garden stopped to admire their bright colors and fragrant smells. The gardener was pleased that the flowers made people happy. He was glad to share their beautiful colors and fragrances with anyone who wanted to enjoy the garden. There were other flowers in the garden as well, but unlike the roses and lilies, these flowers were small and ordinary. Buttercups and bluebells, daisies and daffodils, periwinkle and primroses and pansies. These flowers were so small and ordinary, people often passed by without even noticing them. This made one particular flower, pansy, very sad. Why couldn't she be as beautiful as the big flowers? Why couldn't she be as fragrant as the rose? Or dazzling white like the lily? The pansy sighed. A very sad sigh. When the gardener saw how sad Pansy was, he knelt down beside her. "Why are you so sad, my little Pansy?" he asked. "Oh, master," cried Pansy, "everyone comes into the garden to admire the big flowers, but little flowers like me are too small and ordinary. What good are little flowers if no one notices them?" The gardener smiled. It is true that the world notices the big flowers. That's why I planted them, so their splendor might draw people into the garden. The gardener gently lifted a petal of the pansy's sad face. But little pansy, it's not true that no one notices you. When I kneel to till the soil, what do you think I see? What? The little flower asked. The gardener leaned very close to Pansy and whispered, I see you. When I sit in my garden and curl my toes in the warmth of the soil, I see all my little flowers scattered upon the earth in bright and cheerful colors. It is the beauty of my small and simple flowers that makes me smile. And someday, my little flower, those who rest in my garden will notice you too. Pansy understood. She might be little, but she could be as beautiful as the lily or the rose in her own little way. She might be little, but that did not make her any less important to the gardener. Therese understood too. You see, the gardener in many ways represents Jesus or the Good Shepherd. The flowers are his friends, and the garden is his church. And who do you think the little flower is? Yes, the little flower is Therese. Therese came to understand that, like the flowers, some people serve God in big ways, and some people serve God in little ways. Even someone little is beautiful to Jesus. And even someone who serves God in little ways can make him smile. Therese felt that God was calling her to be little, just like the pansy. And from that moment on, Therese nicknamed herself the little flower. Her way of serving God would be little, just like the pansy. But her little way would be done with great love. The end. I have been wanting to read this story to you for a long time. When we're in Atrium, we don't often have time to read a whole story, so I'm so glad I had the opportunity to read this beautiful book to you. I love you, the Good Shepherd loves you, and God bless. Bye-bye.